You get mad with me, that means you ain't gonna have no association with me, and I can't handle that. So let's just quiet this thing down. You go to the right, I go to the left. You take your people to the north, I take mine to the south. And say we'll solve that problem, and we'll still be brothers.
Yes, sir.
See, a lot of times when people want to solve issues and don't want a whole lot of strife and don't want to point. See, that's one thing I see in the church too.
Yes.
See, because I'm your brother, I don't want to tell you about your issues. See, I don't want to tell you, brothers, let me tell you something. Brother, you got a problem. And I see it clearly. And I don't even have on my glasses. You got a serious problem. And you need to correct that problem and get delivered. And see, we don't want to tell a person that. And the first thing he'll probably say in the church, normally they'll say, well, who are you to tell me about my problem?
Yes, sir.
The Bible said, get the beam out your own eye before you get a speck out of mine. That's where we first read that response. But we shouldn't respond like that.
No.
See, if I see some issues in your life, I want to help you with your issues.
Sir.
First of all, somebody got to point it out to you. See, because you've been living with yourself 30, 40, 50 years, and you haven't seen it yet.
That's it.
And every time somebody tries to point it out to you, you get mad with them. So you get upset with them. Who are you? Why you, every time I turn around, you always pointing your finger at me. No, see, you got issues. Let's deal with you. You need to deal with your issue.
Yes, sir.
So we can be delivered. And see, man, I'm telling you, that thing is bad. So Abraham had an issue. He had an issue. One of the issues was rejection. Abraham talked to Lot and made an agreement with him because he was fearful and afraid, and he was very afraid that Lot would reject him. Rejection caused you to have great fear of failure. I failed. See, rejection do that. It causes you to have a great fear of failure. I don't want to fail in nothing I do. So I'm going to do all I can to make sure it work out right. See, Abraham took his nephew with him from the land of Ur of the Chaldeans and carried him on to the Canaan land. So he had to take care of his nephew, make sure his nephew going to be all right. So now if I get this boy out here, and what happened, and something happened to him, I'm failing. I didn't do what I promised my daddy I was going to do. And I promised daddy before he died, I'm going to take care of Lot. I'm going to make sure he be all right. See, a lot of times that's what happened to us. We on our parents, our grandparents' deathbed, we promised, I'm going to take care of Susan. I'm going to take care of Nene. Well, you can't take care of Nene, Susie, or nobody. They got to take care of themselves.
Yes,
see, you can't do nothing for other folk, because see, people got their own mind.
Yeah.
Just do your best to do for your own self. See, but Abraham had this mentality like we have today.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to be fair. He didn't want to fail his dad, even his dad was dead. See, because he was always pleasing daddy while daddy was living. Yeah. He was a daddy's boy, pleasing daddy. Because he stayed with his daddy. He made sure daddy was all right. See, we got some of those people now. See, but what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with pleasing your parents. But the thing about it, don't let it become an issue.
Come on, Doc.
See, because it'll become an issue if you don't handle it right.
Oh, I have mercy.
Obey your parents because God say obey. Don't obey your parents out of fear. Don't be scared. When daddy come home, everybody running and hiding. See, you scared.
Yeah.
And when mama say something, you ducking and dodging. You scared then. See, and that'll cause issues in your life. I'm serious. I'm just telling you. I'm trying to help us, y'all. See, the best I know how. See, so Abraham didn't want to fail, so he told Lot, you go one way and I go the other. This failure, what this is, rejection caused you to be great, have a great fear of failure. Then it also causes you to feel disliked, or refused, or denied, not good enough. Have you ever felt not good enough for somebody? Somebody always put down on you, and you seem like, everything I do look like. I'm just not good enough. Well, let me share something with you. It may be because you have issue with rejection.
Yes, sir.
Because once you do your best, that's all you can do. See, you don't have to worry about whether you're going to be accepted by another person because you didn't measure up to their standards. See, and people like to do that to other folks. They like to set a standard for you to rise up to, and if you don't rise up to that standard, they gonna start talking about you, saying bad stuff, pointing fingers, and all that. But don't worry about that. You did your best. But if you have an issue with rejection, it's gonna nag at your insides. It's gonna worry you and bother you if you have a problem with rejection. See, because how I just said, and they won't let me play ball with them kids. How come they don't? I'm good enough to play ball. Well, no. Don't worry about it. If they don't want you on their team, that's all right. Yeah. They lose it. That's the way that's happening. I can play ball better than anybody. So if you don't want me to play with you, that's all right. Because I can go play with the other boys or the other girls. Yes. Now, I don't have to play with you on your team. Yes. See, we have to have the right attitude. But if we got an issue with rejection, we'll go hang our head down, come on, well, they don't like me. I don't know why they don't like. See, I've listened to haven't you listened to the TV and the news, how so many young people nowadays are committing suicide because of their classmates are rejecting them and they're talking bad, bullying them and all that. Well, they got the kid that committed suicide got issues. See, that's the problem. See, because kids gonna be kids. They're gonna be calling when you going. Now I know this is for a fight because I went to school too. When you growing up through school, them other kids gonna talk about you, your parents, and everybody else in your family.
Yes, Lord.
And then you gonna talk about them and their family.
Yes,
and their family.
Yes,
see, that's just the way it goes when you grow up. See, that's life. That's the way it works. So we just got to get used to it. But see, but what I'm saying, but if I got an issue with something, it's going to cause me to have some problems with dealing with people in my everyday life. Rejection causes you to have a very hard time trusting other people in your life, and especially those people in your inner circle. You see, what you're talking about, I just can't trust nobody. Rejection, that's what rejection do. I can't trust people. I don't like for people to try to get in my inner circle. Stay away from. See, that's what rejection do. You always avoid conflict at any cost because you feel that conflict may lead to rejection.
Yes, sir.
That's what happens. What you talking about? You got to please people. People please. That's when hey bro, that's why. See, that's why you're a people pleaser. So you don't want no conflict. Yeah. And rejection is the issue. And rejection is the issue, though. See, that's all it is. Yeah. See, just got to deal with it. What are they talking about? We're talking about issues. See, I want to help us with these issues. See, so one thing about it, two people will always have different ideas or mindsets on one particular thing. So why should I worry about a little disagreement on a situation? Well, you see it that way, and I see it this way. Both of us can't be right, but both of us can be, both of us can be wrong, though. See? So, but that's the way we look at it. People who feel rejected think they have to control people and everything around them to keep from feeling rejected.
Oh, have mercy.
Controlling.
Yes.
How do I know? I got this from Abraham. See, when you study the Bible, you find out. Look what Abraham did. Abraham was a controlling, take charge man because he feared rejection. Abraham was very rich, multi-millionaire. Had people in his house that rent and you got to understand, he didn't have no children. But he bossed everybody in his household. He told everybody what to do, how to do it. And he told them like this, if you're going to be in my circle, you got to do what I say. And everybody that joined themselves with Abraham, they had to listen and obey Abraham.
Yes, sir.
And he had a whole bunch of servants. I'm talking about hundreds of people waiting on him. Hundreds of people worked for him. See, we don't understand what was going on with Abraham and the people of that day. We don't even have people in this. I don't know anybody in America that live today just like Abraham lived back then. How many people do you know that's very wealthy and got 100 servants in their house, and their servants and the owner take care of everybody, feed everybody, clothes everybody. Make sure everybody's taken care of. Yes. When a child, see, they even have husband and wife, and they're not slaves. They just joined themselves to Abraham. See, they weren't slaves; they was his servant. And when husband and wife have a child, they belong to Abraham. That son was Abraham's son. See, that's the way it worked back then. So what are you saying? See, Abraham was a controlling man because he feared rejection. He had an issue with rejection. And rejection is a terrible thing. See, because I got that problem. Rejection. I faced my issue some time ago, and I've been working on it for a long time. And God is helping me. But see, hey, listen, I want to be real with y'all. Because see, this thing is so serious. I used to wonder why in the world did I want to be a preacher and preach the gospel and all of that. Yes. I love the Lord church. I love the Lord. I love helping people. Yes. I love doing what I can for folk. See, but I didn't know what was driving me. And when I finally found this total forgiveness program and got to understand things, I looked at self in the mirror. Yes. I said, this thing of rejection is driving me to do all of this stuff. There have been times in my life that I couldn't even say no. And you know why? Because I didn't want to be rejected. That's right. I couldn't say no. Somebody said, hey, Davis, will you do this for me? Yeah, I can do it. Saying knowing good and well it's going to be hard. I can't hardly get it done. I had to hire somebody else. So why? Because I just didn't want to be rejected by that person. And you know what? I have, and I'm going to just tell you, I have dealt with people and they've taken advantage of me, and I have lost a whole bunch of money down through the years because I didn't want to be rejected by that crook. Because you're going to meet some crooks, and they're going to get you. If you got an issue with rejection, they don't get your child. I'm just telling you. But you got the common laws. See, and that's the thing. But Abraham had this issue of rejection. Yes. And that's what we have a problem with today. You may even overcompensate to keep things under your control. Overcompensate. See, when I studied that, I started thinking about myself. I know what I'm talking about because I'm dealing with this too. I know rejection, how it works. Overcompensate. And do you overcompensate, brother? Yes, sir. You overcompensate in what you say, overcompensate in what you do, overcompensate in how you deal with things. See, because you fear rejection. That's right. Overcompensate. And somebody say, hey, bro, let me have $10. Oh, man, you can have 20. Oh, I have. Wait. Say, I need to borrow 100. Oh, I'll give you 200. See, why? See, you don't fear rejection. See, that's right. See, overcompensate. Yes. See, don't worry. Come back next week. If I ain't walking down your street, I'm gonna come down there next week. See, we dealing with rejection this week. I want you to understand rejection. See, we're going to get this. See, I want us to grow, y'all. I'm serious. This thing is so serious because it's been hindering the church for many, many years. And God finally revealed it to me. And I'm trying to help us. You see, them other preachers, we got some more preachers in the city. They don't deal with issues. See, I done talked with them. They don't deal with the church issues. That's when the congregations in our city and around the area are not doing what they're supposed to be doing because you don't want to talk to the member about their issue. I got some members right here in the east side. I'm going to be by your house soon because I got to pick a bone with you about your issue. See, well, because I want to help you. That's all I want to do. I want to help you. I don't want to hurt you, harm you, or make you feel bad. And I said, I'm coming with love. Because the Bible says, speak the truth in love. That's where I'm coming. I love you and I want you to progress. I want us to progress. I want us to succeed. Do great things. We're already doing great things.
Yes.
How do I know? Child, y'all just don't know. See, this little small group of people here at the east side, we in 2 years, we have done more in 2 years than a lot of these congregations have done in 15 years. See, just come see me afterward. I'll explain to you. See, what are you talking about? See, what are you telling? Because we are dealing with the Bible and dealing with people and their issues and helping us to deal. See, what are you talking about? See, David, I'm saying it just like it is. I'm telling you what needs to be done and how to get it done. That's all. And that's what Brother Robinson does in his teaching. He tell you what needs to be done and then tell you how to get it done. That's all it is to it.
Yes.
But Abraham never, all of this riches and wealth and all this faithfulness to God, Abraham never owned up to his issue. So they became a generational curse. Now listen to me. At this point, I want everybody to listen to this. If you don't deal with your issue, it's going to become a generational curse to your family. And you be wondering, why is our family so messed up down through the years? Why is my son and my grandson and my daughter and my granddaughter and great-granddaughter, why they carrying on like they carrying on? Because you didn't deal with your issue. Abraham didn't deal with what one issue he had, I said, was fear. And fear made him lie. How do I know? You remember when Abraham went down to Egypt? And when he went down to Egypt, before he entered Egypt, he told Sarah, now Sarah, let me tell you, you're a fine woman. You look good, you're beautiful. And I know them Egyptians gonna really fall in love with you or really want you. And I want you to tell them that you're my sister. Because if they know that you're my wife, they'll kill me and take you.
Lord have mercy.
So she said, all right, Abe, I shall do that. And so when they got down there in Egypt, what happened? He lied.
Yes.
Is this your wife? No, man. That's my sister right there. Man, yeah, we coming down here because wait a minute. Wait a minute. You coming down here in Egypt with all these people following you, and this beautiful woman, and she's not your wife? No, man, that's my sister. Now he wasn't telling all of all of it wasn't a lie.
Right.
It was half of a lie. But anytime a half lie is always a lie.
Yeah.
See, Sarah was his half sister. How do I know he was his half? Because the Bible says so. Sarah was Abraham's half sister. See, Abraham's father had more than one wife. Sarah was born to one woman. Abraham was born to another woman. So they had the same daddy, but different wives.
Yes,
different mothers.
That's good.
See, that's what happened. See, and he married his half sister, Sarah. And when he got out of Egypt, he lied because he had issue.
Lord have mercy.
Sister Roger, you had issue. And let me tell you something. That's what they did in Abraham's day. But they did that. I can recall maybe 70 or 80 years ago in my family. They did the same thing. Oh yeah, I ain't trying to cover up nothing. They were like Abraham, marrying their half sister, first cousin, and all that. That's what them Davises did. I'm just telling y'all like it is. And some of them were married. They were going back in the Old Testament. They did, and Abraham did, and we can do it too. See, but see, that ain't the way you're supposed to do it, but they did. See, we got to face up. See, I don't know what's in your family, but the best thing to do is tell the truth about it and shame the devil. See, some of us in our family, we want to keep them secret. Grandpa was a rolling stone.
Yes, sir.
So grandson is keeping the stone rolling. See, how come, son, boy, how come you acting like that, running the street like that, with all the women? Grandpa did it. I can do it too. See, that's what see, Grandpa didn't deal with the issue.
Yeah.
Now grandson doing it. See, we got to face the fight. And one thing I know, it gets worse every generation. That's really become a generational curse. Like Abraham. Abraham was a deceiver and a liar. Isaac, his son, did the same thing when him and
Yes,
Rebekah went down to Egypt.
Yes, sir.
Rebekah was a fine woman, so when Isaac, Abraham's son, they had to go to Egypt, he told the same lie Daddy told him. This is my sister.
Lord have mercy.
And then on top of that, Isaac, Abraham, Isaac, and then Jacob came on the scene. And Jacob had 12 sons. And what happened?
80.
11 of them sons were big liars. Oh, you read the Bible sometime.
Yeah.
What happened? You remember what happened? They took Joseph,
Yeah.
put him in a pit, and then covered, and then sold him off to Egypt. And what happened? Went back and told their dad a big lie. They made up the lie. Well, how did they do it? They killed the goat, dipped his coat in the goat blood, and came back. This is your son. See, watch how they did it. See, they were slick with it. This is your son's coat. We found it over there in the woods. They didn't find nothing. And Daddy mourned his son Jacob for more than 2 years.
Lord.
His baby son. He loved Jacob. Joseph.
Yeah.
Mourned his son Joseph. But them boys had lied. And they got it from Abraham. And it got worse. You see, they made up a lie. See, they orchestrated a lie, premeditated a lie.
Yeah, yeah.
See, Abraham just lied. But his great-great-grandson was a premeditated liar.
Yes, sir.
See, I'm trying to show you how it gets worse. And you wonder, let us just share something. One of my grandsons, that went off the deep end. He gone crazy. But you know why he gone crazy? Because of his mama. I'm just telling you how it is. Yeah. His mama caused him to go off in the deep end. See, she didn't take care of her issues. So it passed on to her son. And everybody trying to keep it a secret. You can't keep that stuff a secret, because it's going to come out. And then when it come, and when it did hit the fan, you know what? I didn't say nothing. I said, well, it'll get straightened out. Yeah. I haven't even talked to him about it. Other family members, they talked to him, and well, why you like, what you doing? Why? No, just leave it alone. Yeah, his mama got issues. Why you gonna talk to him? It ain't his problem. It's his mama's problem. You need to go talk to mama. Help her to get rid of her issue, so the rest of them don't be messed up. What you talking about? I'm trying to help us. See, and these folk in the Church of Christ, I'm talking, my folks in the Church of Christ, and they messed up too, because we didn't deal with the issue. My daughter slapped me in the face with my issue when I was in Oklahoma. Oh, but Daddy, I got a problem with rejection. And when she said that, I jumped. Good Lord Almighty. I didn't deal with my rejection when I was growing up. Now my oldest daughter got the same problem. And it's bad with her because she's trying to please people too much. And I can't get on her about it because I'm the one who caused her to be like that. She's a people pleaser. And I'm sorry. She's worse than you are, man. No sense. I'm serious, boy. She's bad off with it. And I talked to her about it, but I ain't gonna get on about it. I just said, honey, that's why you like that. And you forgive me, because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know I had a problem with rejection. So I got old and gray like this, and then I finally figured out my issue. See, but it was too late. She got an issue, rejection. She's always trying to please folk. I don't run around trying to please nobody. Just do what God tell you to do.
Yes.
That's all. And if they don't like what you're doing, tell them forget it. That's why I done got to that point. There's sometimes wait you not forget it.
Yes.
Hey, I'm through with that. I ain't got time to argue with that. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If it's good, bad, or ugly, I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do. You don't like it, that's you. I'm serious. See, you ain't got no him to hell to put me in, so don't come jumping on me because I ain't pleasing you. See, that's the way that goes. I'm dealing with this. I'm dealing with my issue.
Yes.
That's the way life is, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Abraham had a problem with rejection. And it passed down to his son, grandson, great-grandson. And it came on down through the generations. And they had a family curse, generational curse. I'm going to say this. We deal with too many flowers and leaves on trees in the Lord's church when we try to help somebody. What do I mean when we talk about? We're always dealing with what we see happening in their life. That's just a flower or a leaf on the tree. Let's get down to the root. I'm talking about the root is the issue. That's why they do what they do. That's why they act like they act. That's why they respond like they respond. Let me give you a concluding SOP. This is the way we solve our issues. And I'm going to keep repeating this. First of all, we must own up to our own issue.
Yes.
We must face the fact.
Yes.
Face the real thing. Face your issue. Say, this is my issue. And I know I got the issue. Yeah, you have to own up with it if you're going to solve it. And then get some total forgiveness. Learn how to totally forgive your past. We have to forgive our past before we can get rid of our issues. And then after we totally forgive our past and all the situations, see, every situation in your past, we need to forgive it. And then open up your spirit, because an unforgiving heart will close your spirit. Let me share something with you. If somebody in your past, when you were growing up, made you feel real bad and hurt you so much, that person caused an issue in your life. Then there may be another person that came along a year later that did some horrible stuff to you and caused you to have another pain in your life. Well, that's two issues. Two people cause two different things. And when you totally forgive, you have to forgive all of those people. Every one of them individually. Individually, you have to forgive them. Totally, and ask God to deliver you from them. Because sometimes what happens, we deal with what we know about one person, but we don't want to deal with that another person. What are you talking about? Daddy used to beat me hard and beat me for no reason. So I had an issue with him. But you forgave Daddy. But Mama used to slap you upside the head. You didn't want to deal with Mama. So you don't want to forgive Mama. You got to deal with Mama too. Because that issue gonna cause you to keep on messing. Well, cause you to keep from doing what you're supposed to do in life. So we have to forgive everybody in every situation. See, that's part of the total forgiveness. And then accept God's given new self-image in your soul and in your heart. See, once we totally forgive everyone and every issue in our past, our spirit is opened in. And then God will move in and deliver you. He won't relieve you, he'll deliver you.
Yeah.
And then you won't have no issue. And you can move on in life and do those things you've been trying to do for the last 10, 15 years. See, you'll make it. I'm serious. That's the way it works, y'all. Abraham had issues, but he was a righteous man in God's eyesight. He was a wealthy man. But he had issues that he didn't face up to. And it became a generational curse.
Yes.
And that's what's happening to a lot of people and a lot of families in the Church of Christ.
Yes.
It goes back a long time. You've heard stories about this son, this daughter. It didn't start with them. It started with a parent or a grandparent, a great-grandparent, or something in the past. So we need to start dealing with that. Yes, Abraham. Study your Bible. Get your Bible open and start reading about Abraham's life. And this is one thing I found out. The Bible and most Bible scholars, they deal with the positive stuff about Abraham. tell about his riches, his faith in God, offering Isaac as a sacrifice, all that. And that was good because he had faith in God. But he still had issues. That's the thing. That's the thing. So let's resolve our issues. Let's pray to God so he can deliver us. If you're here today and really serious about your improvement in life, really serious about getting rid of your issues, you don't have to say nothing right now to intimidate, or you can take the fifth right now, but see me, talk to me about it. You can take the Fifth Amendment now, but come and see me if you got some issues. See, because we got a program. See, I'm here. I say I'm here to help us. See, we got I call it total forgiveness program, and it's part of this dealing with our issue. And we'll go through and enroll you in the program. I'm gonna share this with you. I had a friend of mine in Washington. He called me up and told me about his issues because we had been friends for many years. Matter of fact, I baptized him and his family, and he told me about his issues. And I told him, I said, man, you need to take this total forgiveness program. I mailed him the information. He got the first information. We went through it on the phone. Then when I mailed him the second part of the information of total forgiveness, he changed his phone number. I haven't heard from him since because it was so tough. Oh. See, when you're dealing with yourself and your past, sometimes it's real hard. It ain't easy. See, because some of that stuff is still rooted down in your soul. And when you try to purging that stuff up, it'll be just like it happened yesterday. And it hurts too much to some people. And that's what happened to him. I know that's what happened. Because his father and mother was part of his issue. See, and he couldn't deal with it. So he just dropped out the program. So, but one thing about it, he still got his issue. And it's still manifesting in his life like it always be. And that's a bad thing. You won't make it. So if we're here, having a desire to improve your life, and to really move on, like God said, duplicating yourself as a disciple of Christ, and not only that, even multiplying yourself in life. See, that's the main thing we're here for. So what are you talking about? I ain't talking about having children. I'm talking about teaching other people and making them who I am. I'm a disciple of Christ. I'm going to make somebody else a disciple of Christ. Hold myself into that person. That's what it's all about. So they can become a Christian and follow Jesus. If you're not doing that, we got some problems. Something's going on. Not only that, if you're not a member of the church, you need to be. And I know we got some our young folks not members. They need to be baptized. You know you need it. We done talked about your parents done taught you. They done teach. You done read it. You know all about all of that. You know what it takes. But the thing of it is, you have to make up your own mind. Yes, that you're going to be baptized into Christ for the forgiveness of your sins. And the Lord will add you to the church. And you know what happens? Then you can be assured, like Abraham, you will go to heaven, but you got to still deal with your issues. Yes. And going to heaven is the main thing, because hell is too hot. Eternity is too long. And boy, you don't have a good fire suit. I know you don't. You can't have no fire all them years, and them decades and thousands of years. You can't fight no fire like that. Oh, the Lord. Not that heat. See, and I used to say it like this: you'll be shoveling coal with the devil down there. See, if you don't obey the gospel. Yeah. I'm just serious. That's what happened to me. When you die outside of Christ, you're gonna help the devil down there in hell keep the fire burning. No. That's the way it works. I'm just telling you. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to tell you. So let's obey the gospel. Hear the gospel. Jesus died for your sin. He was buried, rose again the third day. And have faith in that operation on the cross. Believe it with all your heart. Yeah. Repent of sin, confess Christ to be the Son of God, and be baptized for the forgiveness of your sin. If you're here and have that desire to want to get it right, let's do something. Let's get it. See, and I'm going to say this, and you brought it up this morning in your Bible class. Making confessions, that's all. That's good, because the Bible says confess your fault one to another. But let's deal with the issue. Yes, sir. Let's start telling, you don't get up talking about, I sin, and repent of my sin, y'all pray for me. That ain't dealing with it. No. We need to start dealing with it. Say, listen, I want to talk with you, preacher. I want to talk with you, elder. But listen, I got an issue. And that's when I keep slapping my wife upside the head. Everything. So I got some issues I need to deal with. Can you help?
Yes.
See, that's what you need to
Yeah.
talk about.
Yeah.
Because you get up talking about, I sin, I repent of sin today. Then next week you're going to slap upside the head again. See, that ain't going to work. You ain't getting it straightened out. You need to deal with the issue. That's the way it works. So we're here and have a desire. Come now, while we come together, stand and sing. Oh, boy.
Yield not to temptation, for yielding is sin. You know that He eventually will help you some others to win, and you got to fight manfully onward. Passions subdue, and why don't you look ever to Jesus? And I'm telling you, Jesus will carry you, and all you gotta do is just ask the Savior to help you to comfort, strength, and peace. Yes, and know that Jesus is willing to aid. And I'm telling you, Jesus will carry you through.
Let us say, man, we thank God for you. And we pray that we've encouraged you to look deep inside. Start examining yourself. Checking on your issues. And start facing them. Whatever they are. I don't care what they are. Another thing I want to announce right quick. I still have some brochures and some information for the youth conference. And so if you haven't filled out the information for your children to go to the youth conference this year, we want all our children at Eastside to go to the youth conference. Wherever you're going to be, we're going to take them. So we want you to fill out those information so we turn it in time. We got to have it in by the 1st of May. So get that stuff together so we can do that. We had a wonderful time last year. We're going to have a blessed time this year up there at our youth conference. Also, this coming weekend is the Mississippi State Lectureship. Starts Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we'll be going to that. Some of the members have already enrolled and registered. So if you want to go at the last minute, let's get that known too, so we can get that done. Because we want to be involved in the work of the Lord here on the earth while we're here from this congregation. I got some good feedback and some good commendation from our brother Tim. He said, man, y'all at Eastside registered to come to the lectureship. Boy, you got a bunch of people coming. I said, yeah, man, we love that lectureship. But and that's good. See, we're supposed to be involved. And if you don't have all the money, don't worry about it. Just whatever you got, we'll help you out. We're gonna help you out. We want everybody to go that want to go. I don't care who you are. If you want to go, you can go. If you ain't got them $2, we'll put the other $100 with it, and so you can get to